The NBA playoffs presented by Google. It's the first round presented by ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Tonight in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Game 3 of this best-of-7 first-round matchup between the Pacers and the Bucks. Indiana with the 2-0 series lead after taking the first two games at home. You take a look at our Eastern Conference playoff bracket with Boston and Orlando going on right now on ESPN as we welcome you courtside. Hey everybody, Ryan Rucco alongside.
You want however you want it. Tyrese Halliburton is doing it, shooting 77% off of field goals when he is assisting, but 75% from three. He is being a facilitator and a scorer, and Doc Rivers makes sure his team has to make him choose one.
Well, we just heard the nice rivalry he's been developing with Damian Lillard over the last couple of years. Dame time in Milwaukee. Game 3 coming up next. The starting five has gotten them off to an excellent start each of these first two games. Halliburton, Nembhard, Nesmith, Siakam, and Miles Turner for Milwaukee. A change to their starting lineup. Gary Trent Jr. slides in. Taurean Prince goes to the bench. Damian Lillard, Kyle Kuzma, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Brook Lopez, the other starters for Milwaukee.
Then picks up the foul on Nembhard, but we've got ourselves a ball game here. Double R, 16-15, Pacers by 1.
ESPN Bet Sportsbook has you covered all playoffs long. Keep up with big-time matchups, get daily profit boosts, and tail exclusive picks from Stephen A. Smith. Right now, you can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager.
I want to time out because at that point, if Nembhard has to be the guy that tags on Giannis, Nembhard is in trouble, and the Pacers are going to be in trouble if Giannis continues to eat in the paint like he has thus far.
Antetokounmpo is enjoying the limelight, brought to you by Corona Extra.
Well, there are only three people in the history of the game that have won a Finals MVP, an MVP, and a Defensive Player of the Year. This is one of them, and you see Giannis doing it on both ends of the floor, defensively going vertical, turning it into points on the other end, then becoming a screener off the ball more with Damian Lillard in the lineup, and finding himself camping under the basket where he's averaged, as you mentioned earlier, 20.
An exciting first quarter, 6 ties, 8 lead changes, and it's 26-all after 1 in Game 3.
For him in Game 1, he did more of this in Game 2, and the Bucks are going to need much more of it in Game 3 if they want to get a win in this series.
NBA First Round, presented by ESPN Bet Sportsbook, is brought to you by Google, proud sponsor of the NBA. Progressive. Protect your auto, home, and business today at Progressive.com. And Steel. Find yours at SteelDealers.com.
Tonight on ABC, we'll have Game 3 between Jalen Green and the Rockets. Steph and the Warriors, 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific, with the series tied at 1 game apiece. Coverage tips, NBA Countdown at 8 Eastern. Well, Giannis has been terrific tonight, and when he is 19-8 run over the last 4 minutes and 40 seconds for Indiana to give them a 10-point lead at the half, looking to take a declarative 3-0 lead in the series. 8 points, 5 rebounds, 8 assists for Halliburton. Halftime presented by Hyundai with Malika and the crew. Coming up next as Tyrese takes the Pacers into halftime in style. Welcome back to the NBA playoffs presented by Google. It's the first round presented by ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Getting ready for the start of the second half of Game 3 in Milwaukee, Indiana. A 10-point lead, looking to go up 3-0 in the series as we welcome you, court.
That's exactly what they have been doing, but it's been even a higher clip. 18 assists on 23 made field goals. It's not just Tyrese Halliburton, it's the culture, the way that the Pacers play. They share the basketball, they're looking for the great shot, not just a good shot, but everyone getting involved on the offensive end of the floor. Pascal Siakam and Aaron Nesmith both in double figures. But look at the numbers. We thought that the assist rate was high coming into the game in Game 1 and Game 2. look at what we're seeing right now in Game 3. 78.3% of the field goals made have been assisted on by a Pacer.
It's just incredible the way they have been able to consistently
NBA First Round, presented by ESPN Bet Sportsbook, is brought to you by Sherm. Better workplaces, better world. And McDonald's.
To get this crowd going, well, of course, he is an absolute crowd favorite. Leads on the backs of Gary Trent Jr., who is 6 of 9 from beyond the three-point arc. And Ryan Ruocco, this morning you told me this is the move that you would make. Get Gary Trent Jr. in the starting lineup. Is this what you were envisioning, Coach Ruocco?
You know what? I don't know if I thought 28 with this much time left still in the third quarter, but he had been part of a bench unit that had played pretty well for Milwaukee. Milwaukee outscores Indiana 39-18 in the frame.
And the third quarter hero, where's number 5? Gary Trent Jr. knocking down 3 after 3 and helping the Bucks build an 11-point lead.
With a lot of real estate left, 8:37 to go in the fourth of Game 3. Junior game.
Giannis recognizes who to find because he wants to drop another dime. G. Trent right on time.
NBA First Round, presented by ESPN Bet Sportsbook, is brought to you by Steel. Find yours at steeldealers.com. And Progressive. Protect your auto, home, and business today.
Court advantage.
The Bucks have arrived in the series. Here's at 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific, with the series tied at 1 game apiece. Coverage tips with NBA Countdown at 8 Eastern. I think that gentleman's saying Bucks at 6. Down 2-0 in the series.
We've seen it happen before.
7 points, 9 threes tonight. A reminder, tomorrow night on ABC, we have Game 3. Jalen Green and the Rockets, Steph and the Warriors. 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific, with the series tied at 1 game apiece. Coverage tips with NBA Countdown at 8 Eastern. Once again, the final score, Milwaukee 117, the Pacers 101. For our producer, Paul Irvin, our director, Adam Bryant, Corey Alexander, Monica McNutt, and the whole crew, I'm Ryan Ruocco. Thanks for watching the NBA playoffs on ESPN. A reminder, Lakers, T-Wolves on ESPN right now as we say good night from Milwaukee.